listeners' participation program.
Talk today.
What's on your mind, K-Man? If you're ready to talk, we are ready to listen. Discussing current events and local news, community spotlights, hot topics, listener stories, cultural and historical discussions, environmental issues, fun and lighthearted topics, guest interviews. K-Man, basically anything you want to talk about, we are ready to listen. Here's your host, Charles Glidden.
Coming up, we're freestyling today. It's open line, so pick up the phone and express yourself. Tell us what's on your mind. Talk Today's next on Radio K-Man. Stay with me.
Talk Today is reminding you
to avoid any statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use indecent language or make any statement that is false or misleading. Call 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, or WhatsApp us on 925-3261.
And now, back to Talk Today.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Talk Today. I'm Charles Glidden. Thank you for checking in this afternoon. Well, you're the guest. Yes, we can chat about whatever's on your mind. We can chat about this, chat about that, whatever you want to discuss. I got a few things on my list, but how are the mosquitoes treating you? Yeah, they've been really, out and about, and they're not small either, you go out in the evening, you kind of get swarmed there. MRCU, keeps fighting the battle. They spraying, and then we had some people complaining that they couldn't get to their area and so forth like that. But I don't know. I heard them up my neighborhood in Prospect the other night. And I guess these king tides, have been part of the problem, because bringing water up into areas where the eggs have been laid, and you normally wouldn't get water without a high tide. But yeah, there have been surges of mosquitoes. Just looking at the press release here, it says the daily trap collections show separate waves of mosquito activity. The highest daily total recorded during the past 180 days exceeded 9,000 mosquitoes in June, and that's in the traps now. The numbers subsequently declined before rising again in July, when a daily total of more than 5,000 mosquitoes were recorded. So these figures demonstrate that the current mosquito activity is significant, but not unprecedented. So, yeah, I know whenever it flares up, we think, oh, this is so bad. The mosquitoes are, this hadn't been like this in a long time, but yeah, it's has been just as bad previously, but I guess we get used to having things under control, and when things like the king tide show up, it just brings it into focus that mosquitoes are still something that needs to be controlled. In fact, the tidal flooding is driving all this mosquito activity. It's linked to the extensive tidal flooding across the Cayman wetlands. And of course, yesterday we had a caller talking about up in Newlands, north side, North Sound Estates, water even being in the roads and people having to drive through what is, I guess, salt water. When these king tides come up, especially when in neighborhoods that are low-lying or close to mangroves or canals, the streets get flooded, and if driving a car through that is not the best the best of conditions, because salt will do a thing to your car. You go through salt water. You got to get up there and under there and wash it off. I guess if you have some kind of rust protection, that will help you out. But this report here is saying that elevated tides have repeatedly pushed water into large areas of low-lying wetland, including locations that may remain dry for extended periods, and this creates ideal conditions for large numbers of dormant mosquito eggs to hatch at approximately the same time. And the black salt marsh mosquito is the main culprit. I'm not going to even try to pronounce the Aedes. Never mind. It's the black salt marsh mosquito. That species lays its eggs in damp wetland soil, as opposed to directly on the surface of water. The eggs can remain dormant for months or longer, while they're just sitting there waiting for some water to come and flood the area, and then they hatch. And when the tides or heavy rainfall cover the eggs with water, they hatch, and mosquitoes begin developing in the flooded wetlands. Several days later, large numbers can emerge within a relatively short period, and that's what's been going on here. And maybe we will get some heavy rain. I was listening to something this morning. Well, you may have heard that Colorado state hurricane researchers are now what they put the hurricane count down to 8. Was it 8 or 9? 8, I think it was. Major hurricanes. We've already had 2 hurricanes named. So things continue to look very stable because of El Nino. Wind shear keeping those Atlantic storms, under control. And be good to get some, some good tropical waves coming through, bring us, some rain, freshen things up around the place. But hopefully the hurricanes will remain under control. Of course, out in the Pacific, they've got hurricanes, right? But if we can just get, some good rain for the agriculture, for the garden, the plants, the flowers, make everything nice and green. But no storms. We don't want any storms. Just give us a tropical wave every now and then between now and the end of the season. And we are approaching the peak, so we'll see what happens. What is it? The peak is April 15th. So that we'll see how things go once we get into the height of the hurricane season. We have a caller on the line. Good afternoon. You're on the air with Talk Today.
Buenos tardes, Señor Chalo.
Yes. I didn't know you were into Spanish too.
Well, I got a lot of different nationalities in my family, and I got I got to pick up the Maroon people as well too, But I want to say something. song by Bob Marley. I tell a story, Mr. Charlo, a song by Bob Marley. No, about Mr. Brown, and
went downtown.
Yeah. So when I would meet a lot of tourists now here in Cayman, and I would say, "Hi, my name is Mr. Brown. I'm the man that Bob Marley speak of." And the tourists would say, "Can we take a picture?" So I've been taking so much pictures with the tourists. They say,
have you?
Oh,
have you been taking pictures with the tourists?
Oh man, I took so much. I got tired. We quite a few tourists. I met a lot of singers off the ships, and we did some. We did some music videos too. You know, like little short videos singing. You know, mixing the music. There was this rapper. She was a famous girl too, and I mean, I said, let's get it on. Let's get it on right. I said, okay. So I started, you know, like freestyling and
doing poetry.
Rapping.
Rap. Yeah, well, rap is poetry, right? I mean.
Yeah, still poetry. Yeah, and she was good. She said she can't go too far because she got her publicist and she can't. But we took some pictures but I had a good time with a lot of them, Mr. Charlo, man. I'm telling you, Mr. Brown have met a lot of people, and I would tell them, I'd say to the tourists, sometimes making a little joke. If they give you in trouble here in Cayman, tell them Mr. Brown said you can stay as long as you want. And they,
well, you know, I think you better check the lyrics of that Bob Marley song. You know.
Oh yeah.
Kinky reggae.
Yes, sir.
But he was actually saying I saw Miss Brown.
Yeah, I think he sang one about Mr. Brown and Mr.
I went
Brown.
downtown. I saw Miss Brown.
Yeah, she had brown sugar
all over her booga wooga.
I was telling you, I feel a certain closeness to Bob Marley, even though
don't we all?
Yeah, man, I feel a certain closeness to Bob. You know,
the prophet. Yeah,
I'm telling you, man. So I got to.
But Mr. Brown.
Mr.
Brown, it's 12:30. I gotta take a break.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.
But thanks for getting us off to a nice positive start for the afternoon.
Okay.
All right. Be right back after these messages.
Wouldn't it have been grand if you had purchased land 30 years ago? It may not be 2020, but a perfect vision has never been more clear. Cayman Brac and Little Cayman, poised for growth with an eye on the future. Your land, your history, your future. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
Hey, new drivers, don't just drive smart. Cynical and Inspire Cayman's Safe Driver program will show you how. Get real-life simulator training and classroom sessions to help you gain experience, stay alert, and avoid accidents. Learn to recognize risk, manage fatigue, and make smart choices behind the wheel. Certified participants may even pay less for Cynical motor insurance. Learn more and register at cynical.ky. Cynical, keeping Cayman covered.
Take some advice from your Aunt Angie. Don't lie on your resume. Because if you say you've got trapeze experience, someone might shoot you out of a cannon and expect you to do a gymnast routine while flying through the air at 82 miles an hour. And just because you want to land on your feet doesn't mean you will. But if you're smart, you'll have CG medical insurance, so you get the best coverage for the price.
Get the best coverage for the price. CG Brit-K. Good like that. All benefits are subject to policy provisions, including eligibility at the time of service.
Public voting is now open for the inaugural Making Waves People Choice Award, and now it's your turn to have your say. Visit caymanconnection.org/vote to meet this year's finalists. Read their inspiring stories and vote for the Caymanian whose journey has inspired you the most. But don't wait too long. Voting closes on Sunday, August the 9th. Then join us live for the Making Waves Awards on Saturday, August 15th at 7 p.m. on the Cayman Connection Facebook page and YouTube channel. Go to caymanconnection.org/vote and cast your vote today.
50 years of service, 50 years of connection. Congratulations to Radio Cayman on reaching this incredible milestone. Since 1976, Radio Cayman has been the trusted voice of the Cayman Islands, informing, educating, and uniting our community across generations. From breaking news and national updates to cultural celebrations and inspiring conversations, Radio Cayman has been there every single step of the way. To the dedicated team behind the microphone and everyone who has contributed to this proud legacy, thank you, thank you, thank you for your unwavering service and commitment to excellence. And to our listeners who have made Radio Cayman the heartbeat of our islands for a half a century, we celebrate this movement with you. Here in the Sister Islands, we depend on Radio Cayman, especially during the hurricane seasons. We simply cannot do without you. Congratulations once again to Radio Cayman on 50 years of service to the people of the beautiful Cayman Islands. May the good Lord continue to bless this institution and all those who keep its mission alive and well.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Yep, that's what I want to know. What's on your mind? You can let us know by picking up the phone, calling 1-800-534-8255. That's courtesy of Flo. You can also reach the studio on 949-8037 or 949-6990. You can also WhatsApp us. You can give us a call, 925-3261, or you can just send us a message if you would like to do that. Well, you might recall that at the beginning of the year, back in January, the Ministry of Health, Environment, and Sustainability commissioned KPMG to do an assessment of HSA, in particular the governance structure of HSA. And this morning at around 11 o'clock, there was a news conference. Some of you may have seen it on the YouTube channel that the government has. And the Minister of Health, Environment, and Sustainability headed up that news conference, and they gave a report of the KPMG assessment of HSA, and they emphasized that this report does not look at individuals. It is and the whole objective of it was to make an assessment of HSA's governance structure, the leadership capability, and organizational effectiveness. So not highlighting any kind of individual or post. There was a recommendation for a new post, but KPMG gathered their information in order to make this assessment from surveys of stakeholders, patients and caregivers, HSA staff, and they also examined governance documents, and they sat down some of the key findings at the news conference, and under what they called different pillars. And so what the first pillar that they looked at, and these different things were called the challenges within under these pillars, right? Strategic vision priorities pillar, and the challenges under that heading was strategy development. They graded it as a ineffective process. Also, strategy implementation, ineffective execution. And under the governance model and operational structure heading or pillar, the governance structure, decision-making roles, and responsibilities lack clarity. So who does what and is responsible for what, and it's not quite clear, a little foggy there. Also, board subcommittees, limited effectiveness. Board appointments, induction arrangements perceived as suboptimal. Suboptimal, yes. I take that as being not exactly the best. just below optimal, right? Anyway, under the performance management and accountability, oversight weakness, challenges in operational performances, and risk management. So there needs to be improvement there in oversight, and also performance management, poor management by board and executive leadership. And under the pillar of collaboration and communication, structural weakness identified in communications practice and communication collaboration, poor engagement with patients, caregivers, and external partners. And under culture, and this kind of surprised me, given some of the calls that we have received here. Under culture, trust and openness, declining perception of trust, and disrespectful behavior, concern amongst staff and with patients. And I said that surprised me because we've had a number of people over the time that I've been here that, they call and say, well, I was in the hospital, HSA, and they treated me well. But I guess KPMG's sample was much bigger than my sample, and that was what they found. And those are all of the key findings of this assessment by KPMG of the structure, the governance of HSA. They did recommend that a new post be established, and that was COO, the operations post, to someone to actually oversee and have responsibility for the actual operations of what is going on, rather than just one executive that is overseeing the whole system. And the minister did say that this report will not be put on the shelf and left to gather dust. They are already underway of taking actions to address these findings. And well, as you can just see from the number of things there's a lot of work to be done. This is an independent assessment of the governance of HSA and the operations, looking at the system that is there, that whoever is in a post has to try and do their job according to the systems that are in place. And again, they said this was not about individuals, but the system of HSA. And the people that KPMG surveyed and spoke to, these were all anonymous responses. So there was no fear or any hesitation because of people thinking that their names would be revealed, their criticisms would be noted by those supervisors or people above them. So people were free to speak, knowing that their responses were anonymous. So it looks like we're going to be seeing changes here over, if I remember correctly now, they broke it down, some things of, easy wins that could take place in a short period of time, midterm and long term. But it was over 2 years that, because it does take time when you got a big organization like that. You can't just shake it up in 6 months. It will take time to put things in place and get systems rearranged and change the governance structure where it needs to be changed. All of that will take a little while to get done. But the important thing, is that it's been looked at. A report has been made with some very, very important challenges put down there for those who are responsible for HSA to address. And as the minister said, this is not going to, sit on the shelf. And as a lot of reports end up just sitting on the shelf. But, they're going to be publishing, she said, progress reports. And if you want to read the KPMG report, it is available on the ministry website. So it'll be published, and anyone can go online, go to the ministry website, and take a read of this report and find out for yourself what is being said. But what are your thoughts on this whole assessment of the HSA health system? It's a key part of our whole infrastructure, having good health care and access to good health care is a paramount item on any kind of good society. Have to take a little break here. Be right back, but give me a call. What are you thinking about this whole KPMG report and the situation with HSA? Be right back.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Hi, Bobo TD Cuzzy. Everybody, I hear Cayman Airways celebrating their 58th anniversary by giving us the gifts. They got airfares on sale now for flights to every place they fly to next month through December. Look here, I go and book my flights now to go Galawantan next month with Cayman Airways. I'll see you on directly.
Catch your seat on sale by August 8th. Other conditions apply. Call 949-2311 or visit CaymanAirways.com. Your award-winning, uniquely Caymanian airline.
Cineco's parametric insurance after hurricanes is now available for motor policies. Fixed automatic payouts cover incidental vehicle expenses like fuel, cleanup, and minor repairs. No claims, no damage required. $200 for comprehensive policies or $100 for third-party policies. Available exclusively through Cineco and included with all new motor insurance policies and upon renewal for current policies. Visit Cineco.ky today. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
Not sure where you fit in tech? Pathways in Tech by Enterprise Cayman can help you find your route. Whether you're interested in project management, computer support, or network systems, this program helps individuals explore practical, career-focused skills for real opportunities in Cayman's tech and innovation sector. It's beginner-friendly, job-relevant, special economic zone connected, and scholarships are available. Your path in tech starts here. Visit enterprisecayman.ky to apply today.
Hi, this is Gary King from Totally 80s. My special guest this week is Debbie Gibson. Debbie tells us who inspired her as a kid. I'll also bring you the latest news on the biggest stars of the decade.
Heard on Saturdays from 2 until 4 p.m. on Breeze 105.3 and 91.9.
Dear Grand Cayman, we write to you from the future. If you look to your right or maybe your left, you will notice a huge landmark. Mount Trashmore? We write from the future to beg you to stop. Please help us avoid catastrophe. You must stop by the Interact Eco Fest to avoid dire consequences. Saturday, August 8th, 2 to 5:30 p.m. at the Arc. There, you will find everything that we know of at the moment to guide you. Don't forget this day, August 8th, 2 p.m. at the Arc. The future of Grand Cayman depends on you. This message was entrusted and delivered in good faith by the Interact Central Cayman Islands, sponsored by Rotary Central Cayman Islands. Let the youth be your guide.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back. And if my memory serves me correctly, I think the chairman of Health Services Authority Board, Tim Ridley, had said he was going to give service for a year, right? But maybe we need to draft him for a second year of service to stay on the board with all the things that are listed there to be, addressed and corrected. We do have a caller on the line. Good afternoon. You're on the air with Talk Today.
Hey, Jello.
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I said maybe I was there when the good part of it has started now. That they start treating people good and things like that.
Well, this was just done this year, I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's what I say. Maybe I'm just I was there in that part where it is all starting to get better.
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you, the feelings are there for arguments and everything. That's not good. The feelings are there. I'm hooked up to oxygen on the base head.
Yeah.
So I'm on one piece of cord, but.
And this is at home?
No, this is in the
This is when you were in the hospital. Okay.
Yeah. But I got an extension piece of cord is there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was talking to some young nurses there, and I mentioned it to them, and apparently they didn't know that the extension was there neither. So another young Cayman nurse comes right in and decided to help me, and I said, well, I want to get inside the bathroom because the bed is close to the bathroom.
Yeah.
All I have to do is to put that extension on that cord, and I can go right inside the bathroom. So the attitude of this young girl. This young girl is angry. I don't know who she's angry with. I just met her. She's trying to tell me to go into the bathroom, but she's not looking at how short the cord is, right?
Mm-hmm.
This young girl is angry, man. Like she don't like me or what? Tell you, I was just glad when she left. She just put it down and left. So the next day, Chalo, I had a Filipina and a nice West Bay young girl for my nurses for the day. What a beautiful day. I tell you. Man, and right away, the Filipino, I was giving her the story, and she found the extension cord, and she just hooked it up, and everything was nice after that. But I was really surprised that I didn't hear an argument, something going on with the women. It really surprised me, though. And I come out there, I have to give them a good report.
So you expected the women to be arguing more amongst themselves?
Well, I expected some words somewhere to be dropped. You understand? Mm-hmm. You got different nationalities there, and you got Caymanians there, and blah, blah, blah. But nothing like that happened.
Good?
Yeah, it was a beautiful day. And we got a West Bear there, comes in there and entertains with some gospel songs. He's from Northwest Point, anyway. He comes in there and plays the guitar and entertains with some songs and things, and that's a good thing for the patients there, I tell you, what I see, Chalo, that could really brighten that place up. I mean, I've been in some hospitals, man, in America and Canada. The last one I've been in Canada, Chalo, took me 2 days to see all of that. But I tell you, a nice gem a nice gym in that hospital would be nice for the staff and the patients.
What's that? A nice what?
Gem.
A gem?
Yes.
You mean like a diamond or something?
No. You're talking.
Oh, gym. A gym.
Yes, gym.
Oh, yeah, gym. Okay. It could work out. Okay. Gotcha now.
Yes, hello, because what I see, the only thing a patient can do up inside there is to watch TV, and that don't carry you to sleep. Right? So most of what you're doing all day long is just sleeping, and you may be watching TV sometimes. But with a nice gym inside there, you could be helping yourself to some good health.
So did any of the hospitals that you were in, did you see them have a gym in their hospital?
Man. Definitely.
Hey? Yeah?
Definitely. Yeah, man. Definitely. Yeah. And you had special groups that would take patients into them hospitals and let them, not everybody can do plenty, you know, but make them do something.
Yeah. Just to keep the muscles active.
I stretch. Chalo. Even if I didn't do a workout in the day, I stretch though. I stretch every morning, my friend. Yeah.
That's very important.
Yeah, man. So that's one of the things I see would be nice in that hospital. And I just wish them the best.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, and I imagine you've been at HSA more than one time from things you've told me over the past.
Not inside it though. That was the first time I ever been inside.
That you were admitted.
Yes.
Yeah. So your interaction with the staff was mixed.
Yes. Yes, man. But like I want to tell you, Charlie, you know, like you got those girls from Ireland and England and them places come down here to work, you know. And you can really tell the difference of the training. I mean, they come here well trained.
Mm-hmm. You mean I compared what to local nurses or what?
Yes, man. Yes. Let me tell you, them nurses, the well trained, boss, world class. Yeah, man. So the locals, you got to compete with them, you know.
Yeah.
So you got to be good to compete with them foreign nurses. Let me tell you what. Yeah, man. Anyway, like I say, Chalaman, I wish them the best, you know what I mean? And it's a place. Yesterday. A hospital is not a place for war.
Yeah. Well, it looks like they're going to make some moves to try and improve things and make it first class medical facility.
Yeah, one of the things that I had asked.
Real quick, because it's 1 o'clock. Real quick.
The minister, that day she was on your show, the one thing I had asked her about was getting the picture of the founder, Anthony Eden, and put in that waiting room.
Yeah.
That as you walk in, you will see.
Okay.
Who this man is. Until now, she has made no move to do that. But hopefully, she will get it done before the term. You know what I mean?
Robert, I got to go. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, man. Okay.
1 o'clock, that means it's news time. Let's check in with the newsroom.
Yesterday. Today.
Always and forever.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands. From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The Headline News is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority. With your latest headlines, I'm Elizabeth Charles. The government's new housing strategy is now being unpacked by the Chamber of Commerce. In part 2 of its Advocacy Matters series, the Chamber looks at proposals to make homes quicker, easier, and less expensive to build. Recommendations include faster, more predictable approvals, lower duties, and bulk buying on some materials, and updated planning rules to allow more duplexes, small multi-unit homes, and mixed-use communities. In international news, U.S. President Donald Trump is denying a weapons shortage. In a post today, he said the United States has, quote, massive amounts of munitions, and that more are being manufactured and shipped as needed. Trump also warned that people leaking what he called, quote, treasonous statements are being hunted down and face long-term jail sentences. CBS News, citing unnamed sources, has reported the U.S. used much of its global stockpile for long-range precision missiles during the 6-month war with Iran, while the Washington Post says Trump confronted Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth over a possible shortfall. In other news, for the Caribbean, the next El Nino could hit jobs as well as weather. A new International Labor Organization report says the 2026-2027 event may bring drought, water shortages, and heat waves, putting agriculture, fisheries, and tourism at particular risk. The ILO warns this could reduce employment, cut incomes, and worsen working conditions. Those are the latest headlines. I'm Elizabeth Charles.
More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
HSA's Orthopedic Clinic has relocated to the second floor of the Smith Road Medical Center. Our dedicated team of highly skilled orthopedic surgeons treat conditions ranging from spine to ankle injuries in adult and pediatric patients. We offer minimally invasive procedures from ligament reconstruction to hip and knee replacement. If you have experienced an injury due to sports or day-to-day activities, call 949-8600 and schedule an appointment with HSA's Orthopedic Clinic, now located at the Smith Road Medical Center.
Radio Cayman is pleased to feature this special Sister Islands historical vignette brought to you by the Ministry of District Administration and Lands. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands.
Avernale Zini Foster Scott, 1915 to 2001. Miss Zini was born on Cayman Brac to Captain Bertie and Huldah Foster, the eldest of 7 children. From a young age, she helped her parents rear her younger siblings. In 1933, she married Captain Clyde Scott. Together, Miss Zini and Captain Clyde, along with their 9 children, raised cattle and crops, exported coconuts and thatch rope, owned and operated a general store, gasoline pump, and soft drink bottling plant, and were pioneers in the heavy equipment business, having established Scott Development Company in 1964. Although she had only a primary education, her natural leadership, business acumen, integrity, honesty, and ambition made her one of Cayman Brac's most successful women. Miss Zina worked in her office and until her early 80s and continued to sign the company's checks until a few weeks before her death. She was recognized by the Cayman Islands Real Estate Brokers Association in 1995 and received the Distinguished Woman Award from the Minister of Women's Affairs in 1999. Shortly before her death, she was awarded the Certificate and Badge of Honor.
Radio Cayman is pleased to feature this special Sister Islands historical vignette brought to you by the Ministry of District Administration and Lands. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands.
Wonderful.
Your Yesteryear Musical, Saturday evenings at 7 o'clock on Breeze Radio. Entertaining, enlightening, and inspirational. Topical with CI cultural and heritage flashbacks. And the wonderful music of yesteryear, from the Thomas Edison era to the recent past. Your Yesteryear Musical, Saturdays at 7 p.m. on Breeze Radio, 105.3 FM in Grand Cayman and 91.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. Be listening, history is always echoing.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back. And let's take a look at the weather here. And the current temperature in Georgetown is 88 degrees, actually under 90 degrees today. A little cooler, a little bit cooler, right? But it feels like 103. And let's see what else is on the current conditions here. Winds out of the southeast at a little over 7 knots. Relative humidity, 73%. And the forecasts, well, this afternoon, some isolated showers can be expected. And tonight, partly cloudy skies with cloudy spells and a 40% chance of showers and possible thunder. Temperatures will be in the low to mid 80s. Winds will be east to southeast at 5 to 10 knots. Seas will be slight to moderate with wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. And looking at the tides here, the next high tide is at 5:22 with a low at 11:26 tonight. Sunset at 6:57, and the outlook is for the chance of nighttime showers with possible thunder over the weekend as moisture moves in off near Cuba, supported by an upper level low. And looking at the National Hurricane Center, all is clear. Excuse me. No tropical cyclone activity expected during the next 7 days. So those hurricanes and tropical storms being suppressed by El Nino, and things looking good as we move in to the peak of the hurricane season. Is about August 15th. We will enter the peak of the season. And, hopefully, keep your fingers crossed, say a prayer, that things remain the same. Just got a tropical wave moving in now and then to give us some, rain, keep things fresh, wash off the dust. And we just be cool, man. But some nice weather as we ride out the season here. We have a caller on the line. Good afternoon. You're on the air with Talk Today.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Glidden.
Hey, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes. How are you doing?
I'm fine, man. God bless. You enjoy your R&R, your rest of vacation? You enjoyed it?
Yeah, got a break,
You deserve it, man. You free up yourself. You deserve it, man. Give about 3 minutes or 4 the most. Yeah, this morning before sunrise, I watched one forecast. We got 2 tropical wave off of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And one between Nicaragua and Belize Peninsula. Because and I look at the horizon now, up by the sound.
Yeah.
Like rain out there, precipitation, about 2 miles off the reef. Mr. Glynn, Miss Carter should hold it good. And we men, right? We got testosterone hormones. She got estrogen hormones. But she hold it good, right? She do her thing. I get props for that.
All right.
I talked about the cannabis reform.
Uh-huh.
Okay? Right? They have their critical games, that against it, I proponent to it all the way. So who against it? Change your frequency. Go to your favorite social media. I really you see my really man frequency that turn off. That cause playing day and night. Everybody know me. Nicky Man's Rambo really came on, that turn off. You understand? So that's where they came on. And the former co-host, Sterling.
Yeah.
We saw me in physical form before the election. It's like months now. You see, when we was, I was incarcerated for myself. The police don't like you. The police don't like you. About the justice system. Okay? I called in, I stay with OT show. It's an OT show. I say what I say. And the Thursday with the bus, the captain say what I say. And my last I talked to you, I'll tell you, I submitted my email.
Yeah.
With my incident facts. I submitted that. So they better with that. My facts alone or whoever else. Okay? So it's a little different now. How I see it now, how I forecast and predict now with the younger generation. I'm early 40s now. The younger generation, they will have the cadence of attrition, of not participating to vote if this gets shot down. And when I conclude, you have to show Mr. OC, Sir Alden. Last I see Sir Alden in person, the Rambo, just like 5 years ago, Rambo. I love listening to the radio. But Sir Alden and Mr. Moses Colonel and Strambodin, they won October 2018. And cut the chase now. I voted last referendum, I voted all 3 ways. I always think long term, no mid-term or short term. Long termism. That makes sense again. You know, I don't hear about the boys remorse. Oh, we should have done this, done that. No. You know, we start and Steve deliver. So I expect at that time that platform will purport or shut down. Who will be cohort environmentalists? Who hug a tree? That's that. Hug a bear? That's that. You understand? But I think when logical conscience, Mr. Glynn, long term.
Well, you got to look at the big picture and think long
exactly.
term.
That's my style. Yeah, I don't hear about boys have done this, done that. The only regrets I have in life. When I was 17, I got family in England, thousands on my paternal side, actually in England. Right?
Mm-hmm.
In my situation, my calamity with the courthouse, I should have pled not guilty. Especially the last rodeo. Yeah, I can't to my grave. Because some people say, boy, Rambo, if I'm tell me, you can't go by that no more with a certain last name, but I talk to them in the mirror, right? Because it's criticism. So I have a certain last name, you know, because people came on and come here now. They're really like marginalized the one, but they have the upper leverage. Because I mean, they came on, Mr. Glynn, you only came on this generational, but the ones that documented, not naturalized, they get a preference. You understand? And with this sharp topic, they keep playing this repetition on Mr. Glynn that England had to do with it. We need to go independent, but I'm afraid to talk about independence. I'm not giving independence. But like I said again, Mr. Glynn, we need an inquest for independence. But we're not ready for that yet. You understand? But we in the Caribbean, the West Caribbean, close to Causeway, and we got a strongest currency in the Spot Hemisphere. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And the U.S. presidential, every 4 years in November, he had Republicans and Democrats. You understand? For Al Gore days, you used to CIT, and you go.
Yeah.
For Al Gore days, Like I say again, Mr. Glynn, who know about the herbs? Who's be ex-law enforcement? Go against it. And like I say again, go Cuba. Communism. I went there, had a blast with the ladies. I was young, 19. Go Cuba. Go against the herbs. We're in a contemporary era, Mr. Glynn. We need to free up ourselves. Right?
Well, I think the commission has to act. I mean, you know, the people went to the polls and gave their opinion on what should be done. It's now up to the commission to put things in place to see that is done. You know, the decriminalization.
Okay, Mr. Glynn.
Just what that'll look like is what they're trying to find out.
Okay, Mr. Glynn,
or come to a conclusion on.
Mr. Glynn, I straight up, I don't lie or exaggerate. That about me. I was honest. First of all, Mr. Glynn, one form of I call public names, right? They're responsible people. When Willie Costa, one Rooster, 101.9, never heard this.
Mm-hmm.
And the president, deputy of PPM, Kenneth Brand, he was co-host. They had David Beans on. No, colleagues on the show stolen from the Central Police Station headquarters. Okay? I told them, I said, brother, if you can understand me, can it try translate? We lucky we're not Cuba. Right? Or Honduras or El Salvador. Or El Salvador, right?
Yeah.
I warned them about that, right? And then I went to our local barber the following weekend. He see me, you know. And he said that the same gentleman, the same voice. Days hours, he resigned. Okay? Although I gave him a leverage because he say we decriminalize the marijuana at that point. Okay? The Irishman, Burn, he come and gone, same thing. Okay? So, like I said, who don't want to listen to Herbs? Turn the freaking off, go to your favorite social media, or freaking turn it on. Okay? But Mr. Glidden, you're very intimate, right? You do your style, your balance, and you get about a head. Okay? You have a good day, sir.
All right. Thanks for the call. Always good to hear from you.
Captain.
Take care. Yeah, I guess time is running out on that, too, for people to get their views in on just what decriminalization should look like. Because remember, it's not legalization, that was decriminalization we're talking about. So, they got to draw a line as, where there's possession of cannabis, ganja, whatever you want to call it. At what point does possession of it become criminal? Is it 1 ounce, 1 gram? Where what's the spread? When do we cross the line from being not criminal to being criminal? That's the kind of things that they have to be recommending for Parliament to, put this in place. And what will, even though it's decriminalized, being much like, getting a speeding ticket or a parking ticket or something like that, what will the consequences be? Is it just going to be, a fine? Is it going to be community service? So those are the kind of things that they have to put in place. You just can't pass an act and saying, cannabis is decriminalized. I mean, I guess you could make it widespread like that if you just say it's decriminalized. But they're going to set limits. That's what I see anyway. We have another caller here. Good afternoon. You're on the air.
Yes, hello.
Yes.
One more time. I hope Captain Raymond Scott is listening.
Okay.
I never get all that story he would tell us about yesterday. In
about the squalls.
About that trench, all that.
Oh, the Cayman Trench.
Yeah, all that business going on down there. I never get all that story there, and chances are maybe he has some more to tell. So, if any time he can get a chance, he can bring it on if we have some more to tell,
He's probably listening.
It's not that we can do anything about it, but boy, that's some serious stuff he was telling us about yesterday, man.
Yeah, it's not so much volcanic activity, but with hydrothermal venting going on. And if you remember, some time ago, there were some scientists that sent a submarine down. They had pictures and video of all that happening.
Yeah, man.
That hot water being discharged into the trench there. But what's also kind of scary is that the plates are moving, because that trench is like a divider, and you know those plates, those that form the bottom, they're moving.
That's why.
When they slip and slide, we shake.
That's why I don't like. That's why I don't like boy when the place move, because I don't forget. What it was 2020 when we had that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that shake. Yeah. Okay, man. Chalo, when that happened, right? I was outside of the yard. You could actually feel it, you know.
Yeah.
Come up and then rest back down in the shallow. What's going on there, Pedro?
Yeah, we had a good shaker back in, I think it was right after Ivan, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty good shake.
Yeah, tell you, man. Anyway, later, man.
All right. Take care.
Yeah, cool.
We're looking around the news today. It says another development that the government is proposing to ban single-use vapes and sales to minors. Now, that's a good thing. But they should ban all vaping from what I'm reading, and the article in the paper does cover that aspect. Actually, the HSA pulmonologist, is that how he said? Pulmonologist, Dr. Deepak Muthreja, he told Compass TV that the proposals should go even further and that an outright ban would be better because vaping can have serious effects on children's lungs. He says most of the vaping cases that he sees, the youngsters are as young as 15 years old and upwards, and with the habit potentially having a serious impact on health. And according to the story, it says in the short term, vaping can cause throat irritations, chronic coughs, and worsen asthma symptoms, as well as palpitations, headaches, and nausea, while long-term effects are lung fibrosis or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. And one myth that Dr. Muthreja regularly comes across in his practice is that vaping isn't as bad as smoking. Yeah, because people used to turn to this saying it would help to stop smoking tobacco. But this doctor is saying that the facts are that vaping is the opposite. It's worse than smoking. So why allow them in anyway? Yeah, a lot of studies have shown that vaping is more harmful than cigarettes, and I see the idea that if you're over 18, you're of legal age. If you want to mess up your lungs, well, go ahead and mess up your lungs, just like we do with cigarettes, right? You're a big person. You can do what you want to yourself. If you want to smoke cigarettes, we keep telling you they're bad. But if you want to smoke them, go ahead and smoke them. So if you want to vape, go ahead and vape. But as popular as it is among young people, once the vapes are there, there are going to be young people who are going to go and try and get some, right? Get a vape here or there. And, that opens up another black market that, people selling vapes to young people. And just keep them out. If we're not going to keep them out, put a big import tax on them. Same thing with cigarettes. You know, like a sin tax. Not S-Y-N, but S-I-N. A tax for committing a sin against yourself. You know, make cigarettes really expensive because they don't do the person smoking any good, and they don't do people around them any good. Because secondhand smoke, you know, a parent who smokes cigarettes is around their children, they're actually harming the children, because we have all heard of secondhand smoke, and when you exhale or the cigarette's just burning there, polluting the air, and your children are playing around, you know, they're inhaling that. They're inhaling it. So make it really expensive, because a lot of the times you smoke the cigarettes, you develop a respiratory problem, get lung cancer, and in some cases the government might even have to end up, you know, helping you with medical care because you smoke cigarettes. So we can put a big tax on it, and we could even put it in a special fund, right? Some kind of medical fund, or, you know. And vapes also, you know, we just had another fire at Mount Trashmore, the landfill, and they have a lithium battery in there, and they said lots of times these fires that we see break out in the landfill, and there was just one. What was it? Just broke out 3:00 in the morning there. And these lithium batteries can, you know, cause fires in the dump because they can just overheat, and next thing you know, you got a fire on your hands. Even traveling now, you know, they make a big thing out of lithium batteries. And people go around with chargers, those portable chargers, which is a lithium battery, and you know, they don't want those going into with the luggage. They want them where they can be seen, so you can monitor what's happening with them. Because if you can't get to them to, you know, try and extinguish them, they can cause a lot of harm. So that's another aspect of the whole vape thing, you know, especially those the disposable ones, I guess. And those, the one-time ones, are the ones that they're talking about actually banning. But I agree with the good doctor there that let's ban them all together, and we don't have to worry about them. It's 1:30. We're going to take a break. Be right back.
Explore your history. Explore your land. Explore your sister islands, the ultimate staycation experience. Your culture, your freedom, the land that time forgot isn't gone. It's your sister islands.
Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Hey, new drivers, don't just drive, drive smart. Cynical and Inspire Cayman's Safe Driver program will show you how. Get real-life simulator training and classroom sessions to help you gain experience, stay alert, and avoid accidents. Learn to recognize risk, manage fatigue, and make smart choices behind the wheel. Certified participants may even pay less for Cynical motor insurance. Learn more and register at Cineco.ky. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
Housing in the Cayman Islands affects families, renters, first-time buyers, seniors, and vulnerable residents. The Cayman Islands Public and Affordable Housing Policy and 10-year strategic plan provide a coordinated framework to improve housing access, increase supply, and guide phased implementation over time. Public presentations are being developed and will provide opportunities for the community to learn more about the policy and plan. Learn more and get the facts at gov.ky/housing plan. A message from the Ministry of Planning, Lands, Agriculture, Housing, and Infrastructure.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back. I want to know what's on your mind. Yes, we can talk about that. We can talk about this. We can talk about whatever. Pick up the phone, give me a call. Numbers to call 1-800-534-8255. That's courtesy of Flo. Or you can reach the studio on 949-8037 or 949-6990. Also on WhatsApp, you can reach us on 925-3261. And yeah, that was just, I guess it was yesterday morning that a small fire broke out, and so bringing the whole situation with the dump back into focus again. Because I know a lot of people see that as a problem that needs to be taken care of, immediately. And the ministry responsible for that, Ministry of Health, Environment, and Sustainability, they've kicked off their series of town hall meetings. They're going to be going district to district because they have some proposed changes to laws that govern health and environment. And they started things off in West Bay's John Gray Memorial Church on the 3rd of August. And, people came out and, expressed their opinions. And of course, the landfill was among the things that people were concerned about. And people were also concerned, what is happening as far as the landfill and groundwater, because people throw so many things in there, and it's good that they're going district to district here, because to inform people about what they're trying to do, and hearing feedback from those residents. And we had some young people on here, what was it, Tuesday? And, talking about the environment and the Eco-Fest that they're putting on, where people can be more environmentally conscious and use products in Cayman that have less of a negative impact on the environment, because we're a small place. We all know that, and we don't have, a lot of area that we can isolate these things. So it's even more important that we try and do our little part, right? Make our little contribution to being having less of a negative impact on the environment, and they're having that down at the Ark, is it? Yeah, and I know some people, poo-hoo people with environmental concerns, but as time goes on, we see more and more that being environmentally conscious is absolutely important, as we live in a place that not just environmentally vulnerable from what we do on a daily basis, but you have sea rise, the level of the sea rising just a little bit over time, and it keeps rising. And also the things that we use and throw away, because there's not a very robust recycling program. I mean, to recycle something, you have to drive to these different places, carry bottles or plastics and cardboard, and more people are doing it. But it really does take a special effort, to drive to where they have these stations that you can throw away the cardboard and the plastic and glass. But really, the only way we're going to deal with the landfill, I believe, is to have mandatory recycling. There's so much that can be recycled, and you will take up less space in whatever we come up with as far as our landfill for the future. And the current one, the clock is ticking, and it seems to be ticking faster and faster because population is growing, which means that more garbage. People are real experts at creating garbage. So the landfill, we make these estimates that it's got how many years left, and meantime the population is growing, so that eats away at the time that you estimated, and we got to try and get a plan in place as to what we're going to do as far as handling our garbage. And just about every place you go in North America, and I would think the UK also, you see recycling in action. You see two trash bins, right? One is for recycling, one is for everything else. And if we are missing that element, we're probably just going to be repeating the same mistake again. Because even though more people are trying to recycle, it's still not a widespread thing. People just in their house just throw everything into one trash bin, and it goes to make Mount Trashmore even higher. But we see that there is some concern from the government and some action, and we can just hope that we're not going to kick this one can down the road, because there's not much road left to kick it down. And if we don't find the right solution and find it quickly, we're going to reach a critical point that what people see, and the only time they're affected by it is when there's a big fire and the smoke is, polluting the air, or the smell is polluting the air. You're downwind from the landfill, and it's a stinker. It really is a disgusting smell, and lots of times that's the only two times that we are conscious of it. But if we don't do something soon, I think we're going to be conscious of it in many more ways of, when we're out of capacity and looking for places to, and ways of disposing of garbage. It's going to reach a tipping point in which people are going to be impacted in their day-to-day lives. So there are solutions out there. I think that we just need to decide what we want to do, how we want to do it, and put it in play. And it just may call for, starting from the beginning instead of trying to work with what we now have. Start something anew and take it from there, because we need to have something that is modern and that fits into the whole Cayman scheme of things, and something that's going to take us well into the future. And just dumping things into one area is not the way that that we're going to solve anything. And it seems over the years, each government comes up with an idea, and looks like something is going to happen, but then it fades into oblivion, or the government changes, and the next one says that's not the way to do it. We're going to look for another solution. It's been going on and on for years now, but the time is drawing nigh that somebody's going to have to say, this is going to be the way we're going to go, and this is the solution that we're going to put in place. We have to take a break. Caller, I'll be right with you after we come back.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Freedom, Cayman Brack. Freedom, Little Cayman. Soft breezes, blue waters, no traffic. Unwind and rejuvenate your mind, body, and soul. Sister Island Staycations, a taste of freedom. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
Hi, Bobo Tidi Cuzzy. Everybody, I hear Cayman Airways celebrating their 58th anniversary by giving us the gifts. They got airfares on sale now for flights to every place they fly to next month through December. Look here, I gonna book my flights now to go Galawantan next month with Cayman Airways. I'll see you directly.
Catch your seat on sale by August 8th. Other conditions apply. Call 949-2311 or visit CaymanAirways.com. Your award-winning, uniquely Caymanian airline. The 8:12 a.m. weather report, Monday through Friday, is proudly sponsored by CG Britcay. Insurance, health, pensions, life. where people come first.
This is Raymond Scott wishing Radio Cayman a very happy and successful 50th anniversary. As I recall, I was the first reporter for weather reports from Cayman Brac, phoning in to Lomax Rankin in the early hours of the morning, giving the weather update in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman, and I had numerous opportunities. Thank you, Radio Cayman, for all you have done and provided this service for us all of these years.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back, and we're going to find out what some folks have on their minds. We got a phone call here. Good afternoon. You're on the air with Talk Today.
Good afternoon, Mr. Glidden.
Hi there.
Are you getting any rain down there where you are?
I'm locked up in the studio. I can't see outside.
I wanted to. I was with Duper on another talk show this morning, and she had some interesting points there about how government can balance the scale, I guess you can see, between the discrepancies between, I guess I can't remember the words, but she had some recommendations of how we could kind of balance things out with the cost of living and how the cost of living affects, lower income persons compared to higher income persons and other types of even businesses and that sort of thing. And she was saying that the government offers first-time homeowner stamp duty is a good start, and she had some other things in mind. One of the things that I didn't hear mentioned while I was listening, it could have been mentioned afterwards, was offering not to have stamp duty for persons that, when you go to the bank, you have to put how much you expect to come into your bank account or how much you expect to.
When you're opening an account.
Yes, when you're opening an account, you have to do it. Well, I should say I have to do it because I'm what you call a politically exposed person. Annually, or sometimes I believe they request it of me twice a year. But you and I do believe they I could be wrong. I'm with Cayman National. I do believe they do due diligence once a year, and they randomly select people or something to that effect. But I thought that I know stamp duty is a major thing for government, but when you have persons that are making, and I see a particular gentleman online all the time talking about this. I don't think he's with Cayman National, but I understand all of the banks do this because it's required through Cayman's monetary authority and the laws and so forth. I haven't explored it, but it was interesting to hear her bring that up and offer some solutions as she did of kind of balancing the scale so things don't seem too harsh and abrasive with those are my words with certain categories of people. And some of the things she was suggesting is to tax persons who have certain brackets of income or a property valuing a certain amount, because one thing that she did say was when a foreigner purchases a piece of property on island, it's very unlikely that property will then ever come back into the hands of a Caymanian. So therefore, that could be considered an area where government can look and say, okay, this is not a Caymanian owning this property. We can tax this property because it's not a Caymanian. If the property is valued at a certain amount, we can cap that and tax that property or tax the sale of that property or however it's done. But she had some pretty interesting points. I know she was on Radio Cayman some time ago and she called into some of the talk shows, but it would be nice to have her back on again because I was wondering who solicits her or commissions her to do these reports, but I still haven't got a full answer. But it would be interesting.
Are you talking about The Economist?
Yes.
Marla
Marla
Dukaran?
yeah. Yeah. Apparently she has, I believe it's a new report, but some new information just came out that she did something recent. And so people are talking about that. But she had some interesting points on the other talk show this morning that, I'm sure government is exploring different things, and they probably explored some of these things before. But, it is good to look at it. And I know we're not the U.S., but I know in the U.S., the government was looking at doing, those sorts of things in terms of taxing certain income brackets, different tiers, different tax amounts compared to, lower income. And we don't have a direct income tax, but I believe this income tax is done through the banks, where they charge you stamp duty, they charge you a service fee. Every month they charge you at least 4 different fees.
Yeah, well, I mean the stamp duty is on the transactions.
Right.
Anytime you do a transaction, there's a stamp tax on it.
Right, and Mr. Glidden, when I returned home a few years ago, I was not on island when this was implemented, so I was, surprised. But when you're getting a certain minimal amount, let's call it that, in your account, and you have to, it adds up over time. So one of the things she was saying, I can't remember her words verbatim, but one of the things she was saying, which I applied it in my mind to the bank, the bank fees, is that, you're charging stamp duty, but by the time someone, say, receives $1,000 and they're swiping, rather than taking their money out, because at Cayman National, for example, to take out your money, it's 50 cents through the ATM. If you go to the counter, it's $2. So, it adds up over a period of time. So if someone in a minimal monetary bracket, that adds up over a period, adds up every month. So I'm paying, for example, I would be paying $6 and something for stamp duty. Because I've swiped a certain amount of times now. It's 25 cents, I believe, each swipe. But now you have to look at the income brackets or the amounts that are coming into the accounts every month. I don't know if they can do that by law, to ask the bank, well, if someone has this amount coming into their bank every month, we're going to, reduce stamp duty fees or not have stamp duty fees for these, because it adds up. You know what $6 a month could buy you, Mr. Glidden? Maybe I'm not putting it in the right words because I'm not a financial person, to find the right words to explain what I'm trying to say.
Over 12 months, over a year. Times that by 12.
Yes, I think you kind of get what I'm saying, but it would be interesting to perhaps see if you can get her back on and maybe discuss some of those things but I know she did look at some of, there was something on that I said it to Mr. Connor when you were off about, she had made some comments about immigration and so forth and the revenue measure. She spoke on that this morning too, about the revenue that government charges for work permits, but they don't look and see whether we have the housing structure or the housing.
I saw something by her where she was saying that we didn't prepare for the infrastructure.
Right. That's the word. Yes. So there's a lot of different things to consider, and I know some of these things have been addressed. Some of these things came up while Mr. Connor was on last week, and they often come up on your show often and so forth. But I just thought I'd throw that little.
All right. Well, thank you.
By me hearing it this morning. The other thing I want to say, quick time, I hope that government really clamps down, NRA, Public Works really clamps down on these drivers of their vehicles, especially these larger transportation, the trucks and so forth, because they are going to cause, one of these drivers is going to cause a very serious accident one of these days, and it's going to be fatal. and it's not going to be a good fit for government to have to deal with it, because these drivers, especially on the eastern side, they're very irresponsible and they drive fast. They're bumping motors to get out of the way, and they're trying to. I hope Minister Jay or someone in his department is listening, or someone in government, because they need to do something. Not just put on the trucks, how's my driving, or the truck number, because persons can't always get the driver's license plates, or they can't always see the drivers, or see if it's NRA or Public Works or whatever. They need to have these drivers drive more responsibly. They're going to hurt someone, seriously hurt someone, and then someone is going to sue someone else. But I'll leave you with that, Mr. Glidden. Thank you very much.
All right. You have a good afternoon.
Okay. You too. Bye-bye.
Let's see if we can get another call in here. Good afternoon. You're on the Your Talk today.
Good afternoon, Mr. Glidden, and to everyone.
There's the man.
Yes, sir. I was busy working. I just cleaned up, and now I can talk. Remember yesterday we were talking and didn't have enough time. We were talking about the earthquake tremors and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, when I was talking, I was up on the bluff. We had bad communications, and I was up there to watch a ship coming by to do a tribute for Clint Scott, the guy that died here in Cayman Brac about 10 days ago. Having him honored, and I was at the lighthouse, and I didn't see the ship from the lighthouse because of misty conditions. Then I moved to Northeast Bay Bluff, and when I took the binoculars to look for the ship coming by on the horizon, there is this giant warship in the view of my binoculars, about 500 feet long. I scanned the horizon. There's another warship behind that, about 300 feet long. I managed to identify the numbers of the smallest one, but they were transiting through Cayman Brac waters yesterday, very unusual, going to the southeast, 2 warships one time.
American?
Unknown nationality, don't know.
So you don't spot military, the Navy ships very often?
That is correct. That is an absolute rarity to spot warships passing by. They could have been en route from Texas to or Florida to Guantanamo Bay, assumingly. If they're American, British is fine, but if it's Chinese, Russian, or any other nationality, it's a bit concerning. Anyway, we talked about the earthquake tremors. Well, today there is a scientific ship with a submarine that is bottom in the Cayman Trench. The ship is 50 miles southwest of Grand Cayman, keeping up in that location, just west-southwest in the vicinity of the 60-mile bank.
Raymond, can you hang on?
Yes.
Can you hang on? All right, just hang on for me. It's 2 o'clock. Let's see what's happening news-wise. We'll be right back.
We are Radio Cayman.
Covering Cayman Brac, Little Cayman, and Grand Cayman.
1 in a million. From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines.
The Headline News is brought to you by Kirk Market.
With your latest headlines, I'm Elizabeth Charles. Bahamas Works Minister Clay Sweeting has paid a courtesy call to Her Excellency the Governor, Ms. Jane Owen. The Ministry of Works and Family Island Affairs says Sweeting led a delegation including Works Director Robert Moses, Parliamentary Secretary Bradley Fox Jr., and Government Consultant Ryan Pinder. The ministry says the delegation will be consulting with the Cayman Islands Planning Authority to learn about its operations as part of efforts to establish a planning authority in the Bahamas. In international news, in Mexico's Sinaloa state, the murder of a young live streamer is sharpening questions about links between influencers and drug cartels. The influencer was killed in Caloocan when two men on a motorbike rode up and the driver shot him in the head at close range while he was broadcasting. Prosecutors say they are examining posts that may refer to a criminal group, although officials say he had not received threats and was not under police investigation. At least 10 content creators have been killed in Sinaloa since a war broke out 2 years ago between rival factions of the Sinaloa cartel. Finally, Donald Trump has won a delay in handing over financial records in his $10 billion defamation case against the BBC. The Financial Times reported a judge granted an emergency stay Thursday after lawyers for the Donald J. Trump Revocable Trust moved to amend the lawsuit to drop claims over business and property damages. Those are the latest headlines. I'm Elizabeth Charles.
www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back, and a quick look at the weather here. Current conditions, it is 87 degrees here in Georgetown, and wind out of the northeast at a little over 4 knots, and the humidity is 75%. Forecast-wise, for the afternoon, isolated showers. Tonight we can expect partly cloudy skies with cloudy spells and a 40% chance of showers and possible thunder. Temperatures will be in the low to mid-80s. Winds out of the east to southeast at 5 to 10 knots. Seas running at 2 to 4 feet. The next high tide is at 5:22 p.m. and low tide tonight at 11:26. Sunset at 6:57, and the outlook is for the chance of nighttime showers with possible thunder over the weekend as moisture moves in off of near Cuba. That's supported by upper level lows. And I think we still have Raymond on the line there. And Raymond, actually, are you there, Raymond?
Yes, sir. Listening.
Yeah, I just got a WhatsApp message from someone saying, in relation to what you were talking about, the two warships that you saw off of Cayman Brac. And it says, good afternoon, Mr. Charles. I, too, saw some strange activities in the Caribbean. The U.S. Navy were making some very high-altitude routes around Cuba and the Gulf of America. So that's another observer that saw some interesting activity in the area.
Yes, sir. I heard that.
So who knows? Maybe there's a move about to happen.
Yes, sir.
So
last night we had another one of those Bayama squalls again, but it wasn't as intense. And tonight we can expect another one for tonight. We may get a strong one tonight. So that one last night was around midnight until about 1 o'clock. So to experience it, watch it, you have to stay up late.
So this is the time of year for them, huh?
Yes, sir. Just the time of the year. But this year they're more active. Last year it was just some weak ones. This year is very active. It's 3 nights straight now that we've been having them. Okay, change subject. Back to the Atlantis scientific research ship that is there 50 miles southwest of Grand Cayman. They're got the submarine down in the Cayman Trench, and they're gathering all information that they can about activities down into the trench. That submarine is capable of bottoming at 21,435 feet. The Cayman Trench is around 22,000 feet deep, roughly 4 miles deep. And the black smokers that we talked about yesterday are around 3 miles deep. This submarine has already bottomed there at 16,000 some hundred feet. The submarine that is named Alvin, submersible craft named Alvin, that is on the Atlantis, and this is being done by the Oceanographic Woods Hole in Massachusetts, Woods Hole Maritime Academy in Massachusetts, United States.
Are they the same ones that came some time ago and
no,
explored
totally
the trench?
different. Yeah, that was a British research.
Okay.
This one is an American, and it carries up to 65 people. It's a big ship, 274 feet by 52 feet wide. And they've been there now for 4 days and probably going to be there for several more days. They're doing research and testings and gathering samples. Also, they've been finding very rare types of metals down there, such as nickel ore, which is used for making nickel cadmium batteries or lithium ion batteries. That is down there.
So you've been talking to them?
Pardon?
Have you been talking to them on your radio?
No, not talking with them. They're very far out of range.
Okay.
I have to get my antenna back in order. My antenna been bent over and damaged from the hurricane, the last hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have communications out there, but it's affected tremendously now until the antenna is repaired and the cable is repaired.
All right. Well, you got anything else to report? Because I got another caller that's hanging on.
About the 5, there are 6 of those giant tankers that came out of the Persian Gulf, and one passed there yesterday, loaded, going to Texas, and they got 5 more behind. They came out there without any incident. They got out, and America is buying that Arab crude oil very, very much now, and they're exporting up to 13,000 barrels a day out of the port of Corpus Christi, Texas. That's 5 mega tankers plus about 3 other super tankers a day. And I tell you, it's alarming. It's going all over the world. Europe, England, Wales, Scotland, although they have their own oil, this American oil is nothing like it. It's so important. Anyway, all the best. Let's give somebody else a chance. Okay, all the best.
All right, Raymond. You take care.
Sure, will do. Good luck. Bye-bye.
All right. We have another caller on the line. Good afternoon. You're on the air with Talk today.
Good afternoon, Chalo.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Well, concerning the doctors, the doctor warning the government and telling them they should ban vapes altogether because of the serious addiction for the young people, especially. And from about 2 years ago, a doctor made a report that there's going to soon be a tsunami of young people coming to the health services because of their addiction to vaping. It seems as though the government is more concerned about the landfill, which is something they can't do nothing about now.
You mean with the batteries? You talking about the lithium batteries that catch fire? Hello? Oh, I think we lost that call. Maybe you can call back and finish what you had to say. Because, yeah, I mean, part of that story that I was looking at, they were talking about the vapes having a lithium battery, and, the single-use vapes that people dispose of being responsible for fires that start at the landfill, because those things can, 1 minute they're okay, and the next, they're starting a fire. And that was part of the point that they were talking about, eliminating or banning the single-use vapes because of the possibility of them, starting fires at the landfill. But I think the fact that that pulmonologist was speaking out as part of that article, that health services and the ministry is aware of the health hazard that vaping holds for young people and adults. And if you missed about the part that the part of the show that I was talking about that, originally the whole idea with vaping was that you could ease yourself off of cigarettes, and that vaping was not as bad as smoking tobacco, or cigarettes, right? But what that doctor is saying, that in fact, as we come to know what actually is happening with vapes, smoking from a vape is worse. It's worse than smoking cigarettes. So we got the whole thing, reversed there. And as we've heard from the National Drug Council, when we've had Simon Miller on and talking about how the producers, the manufacturers of vapes, they are aiming their marketing at young people. It's a young people thing. They, use all types of nice, tasty flavors to attract, younger people. And as it has been described, the marketing is quite obvious that they are trying to attract teenagers to, taking up smoking vapes. And, well, in the article, it said that people who have interaction at the hospital, HSA, they're as young as 15 years old, and they're already creating health problems for themselves by, using vapes. And if that's the case, that is a good reason to just say we're going to ban them altogether. Also included in that proposed legislation will be that you can't sell to someone under 18, right? If you're 18, you're considered of age. So if you want to do this, go ahead and do it. But in the end, if vaping is worse than smoking cigarettes, and cigarettes are bad. I used to smoke cigarettes, and giving them up is, one of the best things ever done. These days I can't even stand the smell of a cigarette. It just annoys the heck out of me. And if vaping is worse than cigarettes, which are already bad, then why allow them at all? I don't know, some people will say, well, you ban them, there'll be a black market, and then you got to spend money on trying to enforce that. But there is good scientific reasons, medical reasons, why banning vapes is a pretty good idea, I would think. Why create some other medical problem that we have to deal with in young people and adults? And I mean, the sad part about it is that young people are using this, and obviously it doesn't take many years before the effects start to manifest themselves with lung conditions and so forth, even quicker than what smoking cigarettes would do. Sometimes you know people that have smoked for 20 years before anything starts to show up as far as their health is concerned, because they've been smoking cigarettes. But people in their teens are having health problems because they're smoking from a vape. We have a caller on the line, so let's take that call. Good afternoon. You're on the Air with Talk today.
Good afternoon to you, Charles.
Mickey.
And welcome back.
Thank you.
Since. And those other people perform for you quite adequately. On there. Yeah, I've gone 47 and a half years now since I quit smoking. It's low 47 and a half. But it's a good thing to do, you said. Cigarettes are very, very, very harmful. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
So as many other things do. Alcohol, and even prescription drugs. Some people can take them, overuse them, and not value them. So on and stuff like that. And you can't blame the doctors all the while, or because I have a good experience with that HSA, and I have no complaints at all, but I know others may have. But excellent. I've received service there, just goes at that. But you have that responsibility for yourself. Everybody, once you reach adulthood, 18 or even before that, you should have that sense of responsibility that you know right from wrong from your children. It's instilled in us. I'm not saying that everyone is a good parent and instilling it properly, but most children, they go to school and the teacher will tell them that. But you'll find that some children will be disobedient and will end up on the wrong side of the tracks. The vaping thing, as you know, is a big problem. I agree with what you said. Just ban it all together. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I didn't know. Hear me? I know there's problems with the phone and so forth.
No, you're coming in loud and clear.
Yes, but this is the thing. With the garbage, the fill there, the landfill, it's been a political football. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's continued for years. There are many great suggestions, and they're doing something now about it, we see. And if they continue with this in this way, with making it into a decent and compacting it and doing the fence for the gases, and we can see them and all that. And you're always going to have garbage, and they're building huge condos all over the place and big hotels and lots more apartments and stuff like that. And then we have more cars almost than we have people now. And we have problems with piling them on ourselves. And of course, some of it we can alleviate and so forth. We can if we make a serious effort to, tell people you're going to have to do this, whether they want or not. And with the recycling thing, definitely have to start it at home. Government, not everybody can get to these drop-off points and all that. So the government should just do what they do in Canada and other places. A good program in Canada, 2 or 3 different colored barrels.
Yeah.
And you have to obey it. You have to put the right thing in the barrel. It's not taken up. Plastics and metals and bottles. And then the rest is garbage and regular different colored things. So they know what to pick up. And I know that the truck is coming for that deal with the recycling part of it. And it's very simple. If you put things simply put on, it's much easier for the people who don't have transport and so forth to take things or to build it or ask someone to do it for them. So that is a much better way to go about. But as I said, I believe the way to go eventually for us will be to localize and have a small landfill in each district, 5 districts. I don't mean the political districts, if you want to call them that, the 19. But the 5 districts.
The traditional districts.
Yeah, the traditional districts. You have one in each. And the same thing with the sewerage. Possibly in the long run, we'll have to have sewerage extended all over the island. We can. It's a small island. The Rio Grande Cayman, especially, is a problem. But
I think we need a central one, though. I mean, I know we've talked about this before, where you say one in each district, but
you need that big central one.
I think you get a lot of duplication and
But I mean, if one way to alleviate the problem. And but the thing is, like someone was saying, well, once someone starts something, then it might be changed and it might not be carried on. But that happens throughout the Caribbean world of politics. And just to mention, I think today also would have been the day that Sir Alexander Bustamante passed away in 1977. I think so. One of Jamaica's greatest men, Bustamante. And I think he passed away on Independence Day in 1977. I could be wrong, but I think so. And I know it's their 64th anniversary and all this. And but and only wish them well carrying on. They have a lot of natural resources, and they're much bigger Cayman is, and they do have a lot of natural resources that helps them along there. But I'll leave you with that, Charlo. I'll leave you with that. Take care. God bless.
All right, Mickey. Always good to hear from you. You take care.
The income taxes are, so we know that.
Income tax.
we will be going for it. We will be doing it.
Well, just hold on a second, because I remember some years ago that there was some kind of, I don't know, it was a study or I don't know. Anyway, one of our visiting experts or consultation people that come in here every so often, had said that once we go over 100,000 people, we're going to have some kind of tax from the population because of just the amount of services and that would have to be offered if you have a population of 100,000. Mm-hmm. That you're not going to be able to raise revenue just from import duty and so forth. You have to have some kind of solid, definite income.
It's not only that; it's that it provides a surety for the people, like with the unemployment compensation tax. You'd have that instead of having handouts and so many charities and so forth. And it could cut a lot of the consumption-based taxes, you could cut them way, way down. And the health thing, you take care of that much, much better than it is now. And it would be done as a national health plan, national health plan, paying the small taxes to the people would get their just and through health care without the government having to provide for so many millions and millions of dollars to indigents and people who just simply can't afford the expensive income tax for the big coverage. They can't afford it at all. What they're paying for it, they can't afford, and they're not getting nothing for that.
Mickey, you're good though. You're good with the history. You know what? You know, I was talking to someone. I was talking to someone yesterday that knows you well, and he says he calls you Mickeypedia. But you're good because I just looked up Bustamante, and date of death was 6th of August, 1977.
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
No, it says here. I looked it up here. I looked it up online.
Yes, one of Jamaica's
He
great.
died the 6th of August, age 93. 6th of August, 1977, age 93. He died in St. Andrew, Jamaica.
Yes, he was also said
Wikipedia.
the greatest politician that the Western world has ever seen, and that was said by President Lyndon Baines Johnson. That Bustamante was the greatest politician. That's what he said, that the Western world has ever seen. That was his estimate.
Well, Mickey, thanks for that, and have a good afternoon.
Same to you.
All right. A couple of things here before we have to say goodbye. One of our listeners said, just a reminder, Mr. Charles, backed by popular demand, the Cayman Islands Agricultural Society will be having our fish fry tomorrow, Friday, the 7th, at 10 a.m. in our kitchen at the Stacy Watler Pavilion next to the Department of Agriculture. You won't want to miss it. Pre-orders are already being made. Contact us at 926-3696 or 929-4774. Reserve your order of fish fry today. So that's all at the Stacy Watler Pavilion tomorrow, 10 o'clock. Get your fried fish there. And one more WhatsApp message here. Good day, welcome back. Your two interim hosts were quite accommodating. I am complaining today about the torn, ragged screen blowing in the wind in the parking lot behind the former Anglin Lewis building. I saw a name Palm Grove Inn on a sign in front of that building. I don't know if that is the new name or an office in that building. Any idea which department should be contacted to address this unacceptable condition to this property owner? I'm not sure. It's a screen, like I guess it's a window screen that you have in the window. I'm not sure what that means, but anyway, I don't know. Who would you report that to? Planning? Not sure. But it's 2:30. That means that's it for Talk Today. Got to be getting out of here. Thank you all for tuning in and calling in. Have a great afternoon. I'm Charles Glidden. One love.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Cineco's parametric insurance after hurricanes is now available for motor policies. Fixed automatic payouts cover incidental vehicle expenses like fuel, cleanup, and minor repairs. No claims, no damage required. $200 for comprehensive policies or $100 for third-party policies. Available exclusively through Cineco and included with all new motor insurance policies and upon renewal for current policies. Visit Cineco.ky today. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
Hello everyone, I am 15-year-old Anaí Martinez Castro. I am proudly representing what I know is the heart of the Cayman Islands, West Bay. Through my initiative, Beauty Beyond the Crown, my platform is community service. I want to encourage our community to be service-oriented because I believe it will create a stronger future for the Cayman Islands. I'm going to encourage the community by hosting fun and educational events that bring people together and raise money for a local charity. My motto is, true beauty is found in service. I am proudly sponsored by Pythagorean Construction, who also gives back to their community by building and renovating spaces that makes a positive impact in their community. This is your contestant number 2, Anaí Martinez Castro.
The government is inviting the public to share their views on proposed changes to tobacco and vaping laws. The proposal aims to protect our young people, strengthen vaping rules, and address concerns about disposable vapes. We want to hear from parents, educators, businesses, and the wider community. The consultation opens on the 21st of August. Log on to publicconsultation.gov.ky to help shape the future of tobacco and vaping policy in the Cayman Islands.
Dear Grand Cayman, we write to you from the future. If you look to your right, or maybe your left, you will notice a huge landmark. Mount Trashmore? We write from the future to beg you to stop. Please help us avoid catastrophe. You must stop by the Interact Eco Fest to avoid dire consequences. Saturday, August 8th, 2 to 5:30 p.m. at the Arc. There, you will find everything that we know of at the moment to guide you. Don't forget this date, August 8th, 2 p.m. at the Arc. The future of Grand Cayman depends on you. This message was entrusted and delivered in good faith by the Interact Central Cayman Islands, sponsored by Rotary Central Cayman Islands. Let the youth be your guide.
Talk Today is brought to you by the Ministry of District Administration. Explore your history. Explore your land. Explore your sister islands. And Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital. Always there for you. Call 949-6066. And Cineco. Keeping Cayman covered. Visit Cineco.ky for your quote today.